On the 22nd of August 1937, in a rare national referendum over in Liechtenstein, voters overwhelmingly banned department stores in the principality, with a 1,294 in favor versus 896 against vote. The move came in response to the Swiss retailer Migros opening a store in Vaduz earlier that year. The ban lasted until the Trade Act of 1969, ending a 32-year prohibition. Over in Sri Lanka, which was at the time still known as Ceylon, Raja, a 24-year-old elephant, was gifted to the Temple of the Tooth in Kandy. He would later be declared a national treasure of Sri Lanka and serve in the Kandi Esala Perahera festival for 50 years until his death in 1988 at age 75. Then we have two Grand Prix happening. Germany's Manfred von Brauchitsch won the Monaco Grand Prix, while Germany's Rudolf Caracciola triumphed in the Swiss Grand Prix, reinforcing German dominance in 1930s motor racing. Then over in Paraguay, a military coup led by Colonel Ramon Paredes overthrew and arrested President Rafael Franco. Former Vice President Felix Paiva was installed as the new head of state, marking yet another turn in Paraguay's turbulent post-Chaco War politics. I think we've already had a version of this fact before from a different wiki. That's all right. Then back over in Berlin, the mayor, Julius Lippert, issued a decree imposing a temporary construction ban on 15 waterfront properties in Gatow, citing the preservation of the landscape's appearance. The average temperature in Berlin on this day was 17.6 degrees Celsius. And that's it for the facts today. So let's return to the various fronts we have. Over here, we're in the process of killing these guys still. Very nice. In the air, we're doing fine. It doesn't look fine right now because it hasn't loaded in. But we do have a bunch of planes over here with no resistance. So, yeah, don't know when that will turn green, but usually it takes a couple hours. And then over here, we still have all these guys building up their planning bonus. Some of them are getting pretty far. Others are not. That's all right. And we also have another unit right over here, right? Let's keep checking these things sometimes for whether they still have the modifier or not. Here we still have it. Here we still have it. Here we still have it. So it looks like in all enemy territory right now, we still have the unplanned offensive modifier, which is going to prevent us from making any more serious gains for now. Oh, it looks like we actually managed to destroy these two guys over here, or they're going into this one tile now. So let's send our guys right after them immediately. Already at 96%. Yeah, they're not gonna last much longer. They are done for. And after that, I think we'll get all the guys in Spain together again in one army, because right now we have them in two armies. And then we'll find a nice location on the front to snipe from. Don't know which front we'll choose at this point. It's not like one is much more dangerous than the others. Actually, let's have a look at what we think, what our intel is on these guys. So for the Republicans, it looks like they still have between 11 and 45 divisions, according to our intel. And these guys only between 7 and 23. But it could very well be a similar amount still. Although, there might be more than 23 on screen right here, right now. Yeah, I do think the Republicans are still the biggest threat. So we'll probably park our army somewhere around here, actually. So that as soon as we find a gap, we are able to split their remaining territory in two. I think that would be a good thing to do. And yeah, that's about it for today. Also, yeah, I want to keep naming divisions in the near future. So I'm looking for names for the divisions here in Japan. A bunch of them have had Japanese-inspired names so far. Meiji Division, Kier's Blüten Division, which means cherry blossom. Then here we named nothing. And here we have the Göttliche Wind, the Kamikaze Division, the Divine Wind. But we have a bunch of them left to name. For the Mountaineers, I would prefer to stick with more German-themed names, because we're gonna reuse them later in other settings, specifically for their mountaineer status, and not necessarily because they were in Japan at one point, you know. I mean, we're gonna use everyone because they just exist. But anyway, yeah, enough banter. I think see you guys tomorrow.